Alright guys, what's up? This is SonicSol, and I'm just gonna go over a few things that I didn't cover in the tutorial that I did on stream. And it's a pretty huge list. It's not that huge, maybe like 4 or 5 different things that I'll just cover post-stream. There's extra stuff. You'll probably pair this along with all the advanced stuff. The first thing I want to cover is moonsault, right? With moonsault, the initial frame advantage for it is +1, +2, +3 respectively on block, and for light, medium, and heavy. And then on hit, all of them are +4. This excludes the EX moonsault, of course. Now, initially, when you get a combo with this, right? When you get a combo with moonsault. You get a combo with moonsault, you do the target combo into heavy sonic side, right? When they are crouching, moonsault actually hits on a later frame and gives you enough frame advantage to connect the back medium kick. However, the back medium kick doesn't do as much damage as, you know, doing a regular target combo into heavy sonic scythe. It's like one pixel less of damage, but one point less of extra damage. Still, the point being is that you can link back medium kick, because back medium kick starts up in 5 frame, so it's fast enough after that frame advantaged moonsault. That means that moonsault, when it hits a croucher, is +5 on hit as opposed to +4. And also, if they block, right? If they block the heavy moonsault while crouching and they try to press anything that's not an invincible reversal, it gets crush countered because I get extra frame advantage. There's an extra frame of plus, because usually heavy moonsault is +3 on block, right? But because of the extra frame advantage, it being 4 frame instead, +4 on block on a croucher, you could suck their normal. Whoops. Yeah, so yeah, there you go. That's one thing I wanted to discuss. So the next thing that I want to cover is safe jumps. I was getting into this along with throws during the stream, but the stream had gotten cut offline, so it lost a huge portion of what I was talking about. But basically, safe jumps is like, let's say Ryu tries to wake up with an EX Shoryuken or just an SRK, an invulnerable reversal. He's seen that we've meatied him a few times on wake up. He's like, I don't want to deal with it anymore, right? Well, with Ryu, right, if he decides to do EX Shoryuken and we had crush counter sweeped him, right? If we crush counter sweep him and he keeps trying to wake up and do DP off the hard knockdown, his EX DP is 3 frames, right? So we're gonna just waste frames a little bit on his hard knockdown, right? So we're gonna do a dash, a jab, and we're gonna neutral jump and do heavy punch, and that will make you safe from 3 frame reversals. Yeah, so that's a 3 frame safe jump. And of course, if you could do this even if he doesn't decide to wake up with anything. If he tries to wake up with maybe a jab or something. See how low that hit? See how low the jumping heavy punch had hit? You want it to be that low, because when you go to do the safe jump and they do end up waking up with a DP, you can block. You have enough time because it whiffs and finishes the recovery animation right before the startup of the EX DP. So, if that's to make any sense of it. But that's the 3 frame safe jump off hard knockdown. Alright, so another safe jump, right, is also from a let's say Ryu does his medium Shoryu, which is a 4-frame invincible reversal, right? If he does his medium Shoryuken, or let's say another character does a 4-frame invincible reversal, it doesn't have to be Ryu's DP, it could be any other character who has a 4-frame invulnerable reversal, right? If I were to get a crush counter sweep, Zuken E, neutral jump heavy kick. This stops 4-framers. This stops a 4-frame invincible reversal. Like, it makes you safe from it, basically. See? And if they don't wake up, you know, just like before, they don't wake up like before, and they just decide to stand there, the neutral jump heavy kick will hit really low. There we go. But yeah, it'll hit really, really low, and that's what you want with a safe jump. Alright, and then for this last safe jump, this will be for 5-frame reversals. So let's say Ryu does a heavy punch Shoryuken, which most Ryus will end up doing medium punch Shoryuken anyway because it's a frame faster without meter. But let's say, for situation's sake, that Ryu wakes up and does heavy Shoryuken. Again, this is off of only delay wake up. It's not off of quick rise. If basically a hard knockdown or crush counter knockdown. Let's say Chun-Li does her EX spinning bird kick, which is actually a 5-frame invincible reversal, right? You could also think of it like that. You can do forward medium kick after the crush counter sweep, and then do a jumping medium kick. But yeah, as you can see, that's a 5-frame safe jump. It also works on Chun-Li. And the thing about it is that, dependent on the spacing at where you had hit crouching heavy kick, if you hit it far, right, you have to be in front of them. If you hit it close up, you'll be behind them. And the reason why that's so important is because if you end up behind them and they don't decide to wake up and do a 5-frame invincible reversal, it's a very deep cross up. So that's why the spacing is important as to where you hit your crouching heavy kick, because on crush counter you get that safe jump, and it really depends which side you want to be on. So again, this also works on Chun-Li's spinning bird kick, because it is also a 5-frame invincible reversal. It's probably a better example because for Ryu it's only invincible for frames 1 through 3, whereas with Chun-Li it's even more invincible. So I think frames 1 through 6, but I'm not entirely sure. I just know it's more invincible than heavy DP from Ryu. So yeah, that's your 5-frame safe jump. There's one last safe jump that I do want to talk about, and it's the target combo that I was mentioning on stream. That actually has a safe jump. I was gonna get into that, but the stream had cut off, right? And I initially didn't think that that target combo was very useful until people told me about the meaties you get off of it. But more importantly, it leaves you at enough advantage to throw a heavy sonic boom, right? So this safe jump is actually really powerful, because you don't even have to really safe jump. This is all against 4-framers. You could choose whether or not you want to safe jump based on their option to recovery. So you have, basically it has 3 different ways in which you can circumvent someone doing a DP. So let's say, of course, this DP or this invincible reversal has to be 4-frame startup. So for this case, we're gonna have Ryu do an invincible reversal, which would be medium punch DP. It's a 4-frame invincible reversal. So this will be, so this is after quick rise, right? This is after a hard knockdown, right? So let's say that they decide to delay wake up. If they decide to delay wake up and then do a medium punch DP, or it could be any character with a 4-frame invincible reversal. Any character that does that and you do heavy sonic boom after the target combo into jumping heavy kick, you will be able to block the reversal that comes out. Now, if they decide to quick rise, they get hit by the heavy sonic boom. They legit get hit by the heavy sonic boom because they run out of the invincibility frames for 4-frame reversals. So Ryu actually gets stuffed out of his medium DP after this target combo on quick rise if you throw a heavy sonic boom. If they decide to back recover with the heavy sonic boom, they whiff their DP after the back recovery. The heavy sonic boom goes under them, but you have enough time to dash forward and get a crush counter and get your big damage. That was not good, but you get the idea. Right here, really good for being a DP. Like, if you think your opponent is getting antsy and they want a DP, like, that target combo is really good. A lot of people sleep on it, and I slept on it too, so it's very important that you guys know about that. But yeah, that's for 4-frame reversals, and that's more or less most of the safe jumps that I want to cover. There are of course other possible safe jumps that are out there for Nash, but I just wanted to share some of the ones that I knew. So there's that. I also want to add that you don't have to just do this target combo. There's also the grounded, there's also the target combo from medium kick to heavy kick to medium kick. It's also good for 4-frame reversals as well, so I'll just show those off now. So yeah, that's also another option. Now the next thing that I want to talk about is a max damage combo. In the combo section, I talked about combo paths, what goes into what, etc. And I gave a few B&Bs out, as well as talking about those combo paths. Like I talked about a few B&Bs you could do. I actually want to mention another combo that I wanted to include in that. It's a very hard combo though. It requires you to do a 3-frame walk, or a micro walk more or less. So this is off of a crush counter starter. So you do standing heavy punch, you have to be up close in their face. So you do standing heavy punch crush counter, and then you walk forward slightly and connect another standing heavy punch, and then you do light sonic boom. The light sonic boom will hit at just the right time for you to be able to cancel it with a forward V trigger, right? And then you could do neutral jump, heavy kick, or you could do jumping heavy punch, doesn't matter which one. And then you could, combo into crouching heavy punch, stand medium punch, into heavy sonic scythe, or, go right into super 2. Yeah, or you could go right into super 2. And this is his max damage combo. This is like 549 damage and 630 stun. It's easier to do on larger hurt boxes, but it works on just about everybody. It's a very tight combo though. For the most part, it's a good combo for when you want to close things out. But I would recommend just sticking to doing this for now. Just doing something like that. It might not seem as cool, but it's very reliable, and 302 damage for a counter hit fierce is still pretty good. So yeah, but that's what I wanted to add as well. That's just the max damage combo I wanted to talk about. Alright, so the next thing that I want to cover that I didn't get a real chance to talk about because the stream had went offline was just his, common throws, his grounded throws. When the stream had came back online, all that I was talking about was air throw. I won't be covering that too much because if you go back into the basic section, I had talked about air throw and its uses and whatnot. But yeah, it was when I was talking about this target combo that I didn't get a chance to really explain throws. So, first off, he has regular throw. It's 120 damage and 170 stun. Puts the opponent basically in front of you and in front of. It just puts them at a distance at which your max range normal just about whiffs them. See, like it might be touching you a little bit, but it's not touching its hurt box. So yeah, it puts them at just enough distance to where you can play your mid-range game with some of your buttons, with your regular standing buttons, not with any unique attacks. This means if Ryu were to try and press out a button, it'd be a little bit difficult for him because he's now in my range, to where I can whiff punish him with stuff like standing strong. Also, if you don't want to talk about just neutral, we can talk about meaty setups and Omazime. See, he's trying to wake up jab there, and my forward heavy kick beats him. So, that's a meaty that you can do. Same with forward medium kick. So, like, those are just, some meaty options off of throw. Not really, like, crazy ones, but just that particular one, just to punish them for what they're doing. You're basically speaking, you're at a range at which your normals will beat out whatever normals they try to throw out, because you're just far enough to where if they try to throw out a normal, their normal will whiff against your normal, which will beat them. So yeah, that's his forward throw. His back throw now chucks them a bit farther, puts them near full screen, almost close full screen. It's 140 damage and 200 stun, and more or less this is just to get them away from you. You can throw boom, you can use your command normals to stop their approach. You're in range to with medium sonic scythe freely if they do try to approach, etc. Like, essentially speaking, your command normals will be far enough because you're put at a distance to which you are able to check their approach. But more or less, this is just the position to where Nash can start his owning game. So that's the real use for back throw. Besides, of course, having a bit more stun than forward throw. So now, one thing I want to talk about is just the throw game in general, and more or less what L.I. Joe does, or what he was really known for, the L.I. Joe move or whatever. So, in Winter Brawl of last year, I believe, he did a throw loop. So, what I'm about to explain is basically this. That's basically what I was trying to explain there. That's a throw loop. So, like, if the reason why that works, and it works every time, is because I'm walking forward ever so slightly before his jab can hit me. See, like, I didn't do it properly there and he got the counter hit. But essentially speaking, when I walked forward just a little bit, I was able to be in enough range to grab him out of his normal before it starts up. It's basically a meaty throw. So, all throws in this game are 5 frame, right? I explained this also in my frame trap when somebody, in the frame trap section, when somebody had asked me about how do I make my opponent throw, how do I make my opponent press buttons and stuff. So, about the whole throw part, throws start up in 5 frames, right? Throws beat normals in this game. If a throw comes out on the same frame as a person's normal, so let's say, for argument's sake, this might not even be real or anything, but I throw out back medium kick, which is 5 frame, and they throw me, right? And they decide to throw me, and the throw comes out in the exact same frame it starts up at the exact same time that back medium kick starts up. The throw beats my back medium kick because throw beats normals in this game, right? So in this scenario, right? Well, what I explained in my frame trapping section was that you want to beat throws by being able to press your button before the throw decides to hit, or before the throw comes out. But you can do the same thing with throws if you end up, doing your throw before they're normal. In this case, Ryu's jab is 3 frame, right? And, it should be fast enough to be able to stop my throw. However, if I walk forward, my throw is coming out on the same frame as his jab. Whoops. My throw is coming out on the same frame as his jab. So I'm able to beat his normal. And the thing is about this is that because this is so strong, you instill into your opponent to want to throw tech you. And because they are fearful that you are going to throw them consistently after the first throw. Whoops. Get to that later. Because they are scared of you doing a throw loop on them, they're going to want to throw tech. So, in that scenario, L.I. Joe does another thing. After he throws, he walks back and punishes the throw with a standing medium punch into medium SonicSol or whatever, right? But essentially speaking, he walks back, he doesn't walk forward that time, and he baits the throw out. That is called the shimmy, right? So you shimmy. The shimmy is basically a walk back, or for some characters it could be a dash forward, dash back, just to get out of throw range. And they might have a normal that starts up fast enough to stop the throw. However, with Nash, you have to walk back. Instead of walking forward, you walk back, and you're just outside of their throw. You're just outside of their throw range. Of course, if you don't walk back, you will get thrown. And if you walk forward and you try to throw, you're gonna have to, tech it. So that's why the shimmy is so important, because you can walk back and punish the throw. So, yeah. Now, let's say your opponent is like, alright, well, he wants to go ahead and shimmy my throw attempt because I'm trying to tech his stupid throw loop stuff. So I'm gonna do crouching medium kick because he wants to walk back, right? He wants to walk back. In this situation, I'm walking back, anticipating a throw, but the throw isn't coming out. Instead, he's doing crouching medium kick. Shimmies die to low attacks. What that means is essentially if I do a throw and I try to walk back afterwards, he's gonna beat me. Like, every time. He's gonna beat me for trying to do a regular shimmy. So, what I usually do, this is also known as a crouch shimmy. This makes it easier to deal with your opponent trying to tech you. And they're still in front of you, and they want to throw tech you like this, right? So, if you decide to stick out crouching light kick, you'll beat their throw. Because your crouching light kick would be meaty, so by the time they wake up, their throw is starting up too late to beat out your normal. See? So... you're just at enough distance to get a counter hit combo. So, essentially your crouching light kick, you can meaty it if they decide to wake up and do a throw, and then you can get your combo off. Alternatively, if they don't throw right away, and let's say they just want to throw you after you, say, do a block string or whatever, because you want to tick throw them maybe, right? You can do crouching light kick, and it puts you outside of their throw range. So what this means, right? So if they try to wake up and do throw, you can stuff their throw with your crouching light kick because it comes out faster. Or if they wait a minute before they try to throw tech, in the anticipation that you might do this, that you might meaty their crouching medium kick, or meaty their normal that wants to stop your shimmy, if they block this, and they then attempt to throw because of how close you are, you can punish them for this throw attempt. They're standing medium punch into SonicSol again. And the thing about this is that this is so good as a shimmy because let's say, let's say you want to be able to throw, right? You want to throw loop them or whatever, and they keep doing their crouching medium kick on you. You're blocking it now because you decide to crouch shimmy with crouching light kick. If you didn't just see that, so now you're blocking their attempt to try and shimmy, to try and stop your regular shimmy with a better shimmy, with a crouch shimmy, because you are put outside of their throw range. You can also do this mid-screen as well, right? You can also do this mid-screen as well. This is your crouch shimmy. Let's say in mid-range you want to throw them, right? And they're now gonna tech your throw like every time. That's why the best thing to do is to tick throw, right? His tick throw, he has to walk forward in order to get the throw to work. But if you dash forward and do light kick, you're outside of their throw range. So if they think that you're gonna tick throw them, right, then you can just do a crouch shimmy and you can hold down back. So if they decide to maybe do their crouching medium kick in response to you trying to shimmy them, you're gonna block it in the same manner as if you would have blocked it in the corner, and you can punish them. So yeah, that's the crouch shimmy and that's the regular shimmy, and that's just the throw game all just summed up for the most part. So another thing I want to talk about, or I want to cover before I get to the last portion of this video, is Sonic Boom set play. Now I know when I was explaining this during the tutorial, I kind of gave a sort of generalization when we talked about the offensive strategy for Nash, how standing heavy punch to heavy Sonic Boom work. And you know, I talked about how people didn't want to react to all that stuff, because all of that is not really a true block string. So they have a chance to press jab, but of course, as I get more and more farther away, it becomes harder to punish It becomes harder to punish me. You have to punish me at the start of this, where you can trade with me. But as I get farther away, it becomes quite difficult to punish me because of the advantage of the boom. I have enough time to block after. So that was my fault. I would like to apologize for my comments. However, I still do believe that if people need to trade with this, with heavy boom, or with any other boom, because the light and medium versions are negative, if people knew to do that, then I don't think Nash would be able to get away with essentially what we would call gimmicks. Now, the real set play only comes once Nash gets a knockdown. When you score a knockdown in using heavy Sonic Scythe, right? As they are falling down, you can buffer a heavy punch Sonic Boom. Don't do it right away, right? Don't do it right away. Otherwise, it'll just go right behind them, and then it won't connect. You want to delay it a little bit later, to where you get that sort of situation, and you see she jabs right after that. You want that boom to hit that meaty. If it can hit meaty, then you will have the opportunity to press another button on top of that Sonic Boom. So, I'm going to show you that you can hit Crouching Strong and Sonic Boom, and that meaty Sonic Boom, and they will hit at the same time to where the computer cannot press jab in between those two. So, as you can see, she presses jab after the crouching medium punch, which could clearly tell you that those two were hitting probably at the same time. Not to mention, since the boom was meaty, and I did crouching medium punch, now the frame advantage on this is no longer +2, it is now +3, because of the meaty Sonic Boom. What that means now is that because this is +3, I can link a standing medium punch, because standing medium punch is 6 frame startup, but it becomes 3 frame because of the positive frames of crouching medium punch. And because Karen's jab might be, even though Karen's crouching jab is 3 frame, I will still hit her out of her jab with my standing medium punch due to normal priority. So it'll look something like this. So as you can see, standing medium punch hits her out of her jab, right? And I cancel it into EX Sonic Boom, right? At the distance at which EX Sonic Boom hits, and because of its advantage on hit, I am able to actually combo from the distance that I am when I shot the EX Sonic Boom. I'm actually able to link sweep afterwards. As you can see, I score the knockdown, and now they have to guess again whether I'm going to throw a boom or whether I'm going to just go for a meaty. In this case, we're going to go for a meaty. So like, we know standing light kick is +3 on block. However, if this standing light kick is meatied, it becomes +4 on block. And if we know about standing heavy punch is a 7 frame startup. So if you do the math, if you subtract 4 from the initial 7 frame startup of standing heavy punch, it becomes 3 frame, meaning you can stuff Karen out of her 3 frame crouching jab. So as you can see, I stuff her out of her 3 frame jab because this hit meaty. So you can end your combo with another Sonic Scythe and do the same set play again, right? So this time, when we do all of that, let's go for a grab afterwards. So, as I explained in the previous section, when I talked about shimmy and the whole throw game, you can see how that meaty Sonic Boom puts them in just enough block stun that I'm able to walk up, and if they decide to press jab after, I can throw them out of their normal. What this means is that I can actually set up my throw game afterwards. So if I land that meaty Sonic Boom, I can set up the whole throw loop situation again. So that creates another set play situation. And then of course, there are other options too. You don't have to go for those as well. You can, after the throw, so walk back and do crouching fierce. Now the reason why I say walk back and do crouching fierce is because you'll space it out just enough. You'll space out the crouching heavy punch just enough to where the link standing medium punch, EX Sonic Boom, and sweep all connect. This is to account for the spacing for sweep, because if you are too close, the sweep will not connect. So you need to walk back and do crouching fierce. Just walk a little bit back and then do crouching fierce, stand strong, EX Sonic Boom, sweep, and it will all connect. So that's why I say to walk back before you do the fierce meaty after the throw. But yeah, you get a lot of different opportunities to mix your opponent up and make them guess whether they should block, whether they should throw, whether they should simply just don't press a button, just not press a button. Essentially, you make them guess whether or not they should press a button, block, or throw. Again, it puts them back in that same rock, paper, scissors situation. So it's very important that you guys are able to understand how the set play works. thing that I would like to add is that if you are facing characters such as Balrog, Laura, or Mika, who have wake-up moves, so for Mika it'd be EX shooting Peach, for Laura it would be her EX shoulder, or in this case for Balrog it would be like EX upper. Those moves do not have armor on frame 1, they have armor on frame 3. So with the set play that I just showed you, you can use the heavy sonic boom as the meaty to actually stuff the armor advantage of these moves. So as you can see, it stuffs the armor, but only on characters who have frame 3 startup for their armor. Only when the armor is on frame 3 of their startup. Alright guys, so for my last portion for this video, I wanted to cover some character specific stuff. Now, we have Rashid over here. People know about his EX spinning mixer, which is one of his reversals. EX spinning mixer actually doesn't hit until frame 8, meaning that if possible, you can actually avoid getting hit by it altogether. It doesn't hit as soon as people think. And using EX Tragedy Assault, you can actually get a setup in order to avoid spinning mixer. It's also a meaty setup as well. I have Rashid, he's gonna do EX spinning mixer, right? So if I do EX Tragedy Assault, right? And forward medium kick, crouching light kick. See, crouching light kick, I stuck that out really meaty, but it didn't touch me because Rashid's EX spinning mixer didn't touch me because my light kick was still on the ground. He went airborne, and his move only hits will only hit until frame 8. It will only hit on frame 8 onward. So I was able to block his EX spinning mixer in time. Now, if he doesn't decide to do spinning mixer and he just quick rises, right? You can see I actually get a meaty crouching light kick into crouching medium punch, and it both links. So crouching light kick when meatied is +3 on block, +6 on hit, and +7 on counter hit. Because this was hit meatied on Rashid after EX Tragedy Assault, this was +6, and crouching medium punch is a 6 frame normal, so I had enough time to link into it. But that's when they quick rise. And this setup works on, this meaty setup can work on quite a majority of characters, probably the whole cast, but not the EX spinning mixer situation. The EX spinning mixer situation it only works on a few characters such as Alex or Fong. But yeah, if they don't decide to quick rise, if they decide to delay wake up instead of quick rise and then do EX spinning mixer, you're gonna have to waste a few frames, so that way the meaty will still work and the block will you'll still be able to block. So in order, I'll just show how to do this first, and then I'll explain it. So as you can see, I was still able to block the EX spinning mixer even though he had delayed wake up. So in order to do it, you have to do, you do forward medium kick after the EX Tragedy Assault, right? And you do crouching light kick. Pretty normal still. That's if you did it with quick rise. But now we're gonna do crouching medium punch or standing medium punch, since both start up in 6 frames. You're gonna do standing medium kick, and then finally you're gonna do crouching light kick. And make sure to hold down back when you do crouching light kick. If you do it frame perfect, you will block the EX spinning mixer. And to know if you're doing it frame perfect, you can also do it without him doing the EX spinning mixer and see if it will link into crouching medium punch, the crouching light kick. Again, it's frame perfect, so it will take a bit of practice. But if you get it then Rashid's not going to be able to really wake up on you that easily. Alright, the last thing that I wanted to talk about in terms of character specific stuff was Birdie, actually. With Birdie, he has a move I believe called EX Bullhorn. It's him basically charging forward at you. While in V-Trigger, normally you can get a punishment standing medium punch into medium Sonic fight, but you could actually get more than that for him doing this in V-Trigger. If a Birdie ever does EX Bullhorn or just rushes at you with the EX move, you can actually use one of the target combos I talked about, which is standing medium punch into light kick. You actually have enough time to combo after the light kick hits. The target combo is initially +3 on hit, but because of how far Birdie goes back for his recovery and how far he is from Nash when Nash connects his standing medium punch, by the time his light kick hits, it becomes meaty enough to where you can connect another 6-frame normal, being standing medium punch, considering how far you would still be after you do the target combo. So you can get some pretty sick punishes while in V-Trigger. So yeah, with that, I think that's it, guys. And yeah, that just about wraps it up for pretty much all of the content that I have to share about Nash in this Nash tutorial, or rather Nash compendium, considering I went through a year's worth of information within the span of 6 hours or 9 videos. But I'm very happy that everyone was able to come through to the stream, get their questions answered, and contribute to the Nash tutorial as well. And I want to just, thank Infiltration, L.I. Joe, Yuka-Don, and Knuckle-Doo for inspiring me to continue to play Nash, even though I'm not getting the results I wish I could get. And I also want to thank RLBS, Tali, and Langhu BBB. Those guys put out a lot of information on Nash that I'm really happy to have, cover and re-put into this video to just sum those things up again. And I also want to thank all of the Nash Discord and all the people from r/Street Fighter, the Discord pretty much. I want to thank those guys for also helping me out with Nash as well. So without without wasting any more time, thank you guys for watching, and yeah, good luck with Nash, man. Good luck.